Hey, what's up, YouTuber? So I'm doing a new Mandela effect video because this one's just like someone is messing around the 9/11 event, and there was two different ones that I clearly remember happened. One was that funny thing about George Bush reading a book upside down when the towers hit, and he was in the school, and that was really funny. And he was reading My Pet Goat. Now he's not reading The Pet Goat, but somehow on Michael Moore's 9/11 he narrates he's reading My Pet Goat, not The Pet Goat or something. And but not that's the one I want to talk about. I'll maybe do a video on that one later. This one is about the Pentagon hit on 9/11. I clearly remember that was like something really fishy about no one was working on that area, so there was no casualties. That just sounds ridiculous. Aside from, they never talked about it, I remember, aside from the plane victims and the terrorists, which was like 50 something victims plus crew members. I don't know if they included the terrorists on that number, but they claimed no one was in the Pentagon on that time. I clearly remember that. Now if you go to a Wikipedia, let me just change the language here. Now if you go to Wikipedia, just a second. Okay, if you go to Wikipedia, and you go to casualties, you will say casualties 125 at the Pentagon. So 125 official deaths in the Pentagon. But somehow the Pentagon Memorial has 168 victims, 168 victims. I don't remember for some reason. I remember there was literally like no victims. I do remember that. I checked with friends of mine. They said, yeah, I remember that there was like no victims. No one was working at the Pentagon. They were like remodeling the stuff somehow. And then I was like, still 125 victims. That's a lot. Just like if they had blown up all the, all that side of the Pentagon, still was like kind of, that's a lot of people working. And I remember no one was working that day. So I was like, okay, so facts. So the memorial has 184 persons at the Pentagon, which is no one remembers this one. 184. That's what the memorial has. Still, I was like, do I clearly remember that tiny hole that the plane or the missile did? And I was like, let me check. So okay, so apparently this was where it hit. Still, there's no plane wreckage, nothing. Okay, so the fire caught this side, but 180 something people. You can see, it doesn't make any sense. Even if the fire was afterwards, people had time to run away, but still 108. Look at the size of this thing. How would this kill 100 something, almost 200 people? Well, that doesn't make any sense. So I checked with some buddies of mine, my age, of course, and they like, yeah, I remember like no one was working at the time. They were like remodeling the all that side of the Pentagon, a fifth portion of the Pentagon, and no one remembers it this way. And look at this, how would this kill 200 people? Which is, I don't want to be an idiot. I think what the Oklahoma bombing, all that, half the mall came down, and still was around 200 people that died. Maybe it was more, I'm not sure, but still 200 people. It's like they were all in the same place when the plane hit. Well, that doesn't make any sense to me. Well, if you do remember otherwise, or you do remember it like me, please just comment down below. Well, because this one is nah. I clearly remember the thing that was too dodgy was that no one was working at the time at the Pentagon, and I remember like, the bro, you gotta think that over, man. That no one's buying that stuff. So, and now apparently they did. So anyway, I just want to leave this quick Mandela effect here. So if you do remember it, otherwise anything like I do remember or not, just comment down below. And thank you. Okay, and bye.